Hi everyone, it's me again, Michael. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through a complete data analysis project using Excel, from raw data all the way to insight and a dashboard. We'll be using a real hospital readmission data set with over 25,000 records. If you are learning data analysis or want to build real projects for your portfolio, this video is for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's get started. Okay, here is our data set. The first thing to do is to understand your data set. So for that, we're going to create a new worksheet where we're going to let's name this new worksheet data dictionary. Data dictionary. Good. I already created a dictionary, so I'm going to paste it here. Okay, here is our data dictionary. Now, from our data set, we should know that each row that we have here, each row represents hospital patients, while each column contains informations about the patients, the different patients that came to the hospital. We have the age and like that down. So what we will do first is let's copy these data sets. Let's copy this and create another sheet. Paste the data set here. Let's name this sheet clean data. Clean underscore data. Clean underscore data. That's good. So let's do well to expand the columns. But in my case, I'm not going to expand the columns. Instead, I'm going to convert my data to a table format using Control T, or either use Control T, or you come to the insert section, then you click on table. In my case, I'm going to use Control T. Press OK. Yes, converting into a table format automatically expands the table for us, so we can see the information about the different patients that visited the hospital. See the time in hospital, the number of lab procedures, as the number of lab tests that we conducted, numbers of procedures. If you want to get more understanding of the data, you can as well come to, if you want to get more understanding of data, you can as well come to the data dictionary. Click on data dictionary, you see time in hospital is days spent in hospital, the N lab procedures, number of lab tests, the N medications, number of drugs given, the glucose test was glucose tested, A1C test was A1C test done, diabetes med was diabetes medications given, readmitted, did patient return to hospital? So this will help you to understand the data. So in order to work with any data set, it's very paramount that you understand the data. What is the data saying? What is the data saying? It's very important you understand the data. So moving on from here, we are going to clean this data. And before we clean this data, we need to identify some errors, some issues with the data. Starting from the first column, the age column, we'll see that this age column, we have these square brackets here, and we have these round brackets, the closing parentheses here, all the way down. we need to remove all of that. And we also say that the age is in range. So we're going to change the column name to age group. So let's quickly do that. Yes, we'll do that before we move to the next. So in order to do this, we're going to use find and replace function in Excel. Control V. So what are we looking for? Find what? We are going to find the square bracket. Yes, let's find a square bracket first. Then once we see the square bracket, we'll replace it with nothing. So you come here, find all. Click on find all. You can see that it's looking for all the rows that contains the square brackets. Look at it, it's counting here. Counting, so you press replace all. All done. We made 25,000 replacements. That's good. So next, let's find and replace those with the round brackets. The same process, find all. Okay, good. Let's replace all. Good. All done. We made 25,000 replacements. So we move on. Let's close this. Let's change the column. The column name, let's add age group. Let's add group to this, age group. Good. So successfully done that. We can still expand this so that let's expand this column, yeah, so that we can see the age group properly. Good. So move on to time in hospital. This is fine. You filter it. This doesn't have any issue. This as well. This is good. Same with this is good. This is good. This looks clean as well. It's clean, looks clean. Then here in medical specialty, we're going to replace these missing values with unknown. Let's replace the missing value with unknown. Yes. So in order to do that, we can still use the same method. Highlight the entire column, Ctrl H. So let's find the word missing. Yes, replace it with unknown. Yes, let's replace it with unknown. So find all. Okay, so let's replace all. Yes, all done. We made this amount of replacement. Good. Changing the missing value to unknown keeps our data consistent and avoid error during our analysis. So moving on, let's go to the A1C tests. We see that from our data dictionary, we understood that it is a question that was actually asked. So A1C test was A1C test done. It is either yes or no. That is what we want. Either yes or no, not normal. Because here now, if we should filter, we'll see high, no, normal. So let's change this high, normal to yes. because it is done. That is why it is normal. It is done, but that is why it is high. So let's change it to normal. So in order to do that, we'll still use the same find and replace method. Yes, Control H. So we're going to find anywhere we see normal. We'll change it to yes. It is done. All done. We made 125. Okay, that's good. Then let's move to anywhere we see high. Let's change it to yes. Good. Let's close this and see. Okay. So if we should filter, we'll see that we have just yes and what? Yes and no. So moving on, let's filter this to see this is good. This is good. And this is good. Next, moving forward, next is to remove duplicates. So let's check if our data has duplicate value. Let's press Ctrl A to highlight or to select our entire data set. Then come to the home section, click on come to the data section, click on remove duplicates. Make sure all the columns are selected, press OK. So no duplicate values found. So meaning our data set doesn't have a duplicate value. That is good. So we're going to create a new column. And we're going to name it state type. Yes, state type. Want to determine if it is patients that stay long and also patients that stay short. With this state type, we want to determine patients that stay longer time and those that stay shorter time. So in order to get this, we want to compare it with the time in hospital. So if the time in hospital is lesser than 7, we're going to consider that as a short stay. And if it is higher than 7, it's going to be long stay. So let's write the formula and fill this up. If this is okay, let's click on this. That's yes, if time in hospital, that's great. If time in hospital is greater than 7, comma. So let's fill this, we'll make this to be long stay. Long stay, comma, X, short stay. So what this does is, if the time in hospital is greater than 7, it's going to give us long stay. And if it is not true, it will what? Give us short stay. So let's run this. Fine. This is it. So we're going to create another column as well. I'm going to name this readmission flag. Readmission flag. So as analysts, we often convert text to numerical values. So with this readmission flag, we're going to convert this text under the readmitted column. We're going to convert the text to values. So where we see no, it will be 0, and where we see yes, it will be 1. So in order to do that, this will make our analysis more easier and our calculations to be more easier. Yeah, in case we want to convert from, want to work or summarize average, mean, max, and count, or any of those features I want to use later to summarize our data, it will be much more easier. So in order to work with that, we're going to do a comparison as well, just as we did earlier. So if readmitted is no, so we're going to use equal to sign here. If it is equal to no, what this does basically is if Q1 this is equal to yes, it will give us 1. If it is otherwise, it will give us 0. So let's run this. Good. So this will be easier for us to work with. Okay, so with this done, let's create our pivot tables. We're going to create a new sheet and we're going to name that new sheet analysis. And here we're going to create a pivot table. In order to create a pivot table, you come to the insert section, click on pivot table. The table that you want to create a pivot table from, you click on the clean data table. Good. Clean data table, you make sure the entire data set is selected. Select it, then click on OK. Good. This is our pivot table, and towards the right section we have the pivot table field. You can check my video on YouTube if you want to learn and know more about pivot tables. Thank you. So to start with, let's analyze how age affects readmission. So in order to do that, let's see how age affects readmission. So we're going to take the age column, take the age group column to the row section, then the readmitted, instead of using readmitted, we're going to use the readmission flag. Yes, readmission flag. So let's remove this grand total. We can remove the grand total, come to design, grand total, let's remove it. Then we can change this our table. So let's change the design to something better than this. Okay, let's change it to this. Good. So let's summarize by right-click this, summarize by average. Yes, because by default it is in sum. So let's summarize by average. Yes, so and let's change this to percentage. Come to the home section, change it to percentage. Good, good, good. Let's quickly change this title to readmission rates. Readmission rates, readmission rates. And you press on OK to change that. Then here, instead of this row label, let's change it so it's age group, not row label. Age group. Good. So this is how age affects readmission. So with this, we can see how age affects readmission. So this immediately it shows us which age group are more likely to return. So from here you can see with their percentage which age group is more likely to return. The one we can sort it if you want to. You can sort it from the highest, the largest to the smallest. So we can see that between age 40 to 50 are more likely to return. After sorting it, you can see. So next, we want to now see if diabetes medications has any relationship with readmission. So let's create another pivot table. In my case, I'm going to quickly copy this. I don't want to stress myself. Yes, copy this. Then let's remove the age group and put diabetics med there at the row section. So with this, you can see how diabetics medication affects readmission. So we change this to, okay, we change this to diabetics med. Diabetes med. Yes. So yeah, basically we see those that we're giving. Let's check our data dictionary. We'll see that diabetes med. So was diabetics medication given? So if we want to work with that, you see that was diabetics medication given? Yes. So those that received diabetes medication were 47.13% of the total number of persons. So those that didn't receive the medication, they are 46.60% of the world's total population. So this shows us how diabetics medications affected readmission. So among those that were readmitted, these were the numbers of persons that received diabetics medication. These are the numbers of persons that didn't receive diabetics medication. So moving on. So moving on, I'll consider hospital stay length. So I will compare long stay versus short stay. So in order to do that, I will also copy. Okay, let's copy this. don't like stress, so copy, paste. Then remember, this is long stay versus want to check. Okay, don't like stress, so in this case, want to compare, want to see hospital stay length. So let's take the stay type. So the row session. Remove this, take stay type to the row session. Then the readmission rates, the red flag is still at the value session. So here we see also those are still longer at 48.29%, and those are stay shorter, 46 point. This just gives us a brief summary of the duration of those that were readmitted had their duration of stay. So we can change this to stay type. It's the stay type. State. Okay. You see, you can just play around all of this. We can still compare glucose tests. Yes, we can still compare glucose tests. Was glucose tested? We can still use that as well. Compare it with readmission flag. So, well, let's copy this. Copy and paste it here. So let's remove the state type, then put glucose tests. Yes. So yes, here we'll change it to glucose tests. Why are we having high, no normal? I think we already cleaned this from high, no normal. Why do we still have this? Let's go to our data, glucose test. Oh, wow. I thought we cleaned this. Wow. Okay, we didn't clean this. Wow, so okay, let's quickly do that. Let's find I and change it to yes. Let's find normal, change it to yes. Okay. Let's go to our analysis. Okay, and this, okay, let me just look for that thing before. This thing, and now is more refresh. Okay, we'll go to data. Okay, we've changed it in our data set. So in order to implement it here, for it to reflect no and yes, we need to refresh. So let's go to data and click on refresh all. Yeah, refresh all. Correct. So you see that any changes you make in your data set, if you want it to reflect in your analysis, in your pivot table, you go to data and you click on refresh all in order to refresh it. Okay, that's good. Well, this has taught us something. It's a good one. All right. So with this, we can create our charts now. We can create our charts. So to do that, Let's create another sheet and name it dashboard. Dashboard. Okay, here in our dashboard, let's first of all, for the age group versus readmission rate, let's come to insert section and use, we show the visuals with column charts. Let's work with this. All right, so we copy this, make sure it's selected, then you copy it and paste it in the dashboard sheet. Okay, so this is our first chart. With this, you can change the title. There you go. Okay, can delete this, then click on this. Let's get visual for this. For diabetics med. We can as well use a column chart. Can as well use a column chart. This is good. Copy and paste it here. Come to here, delete it. Then for the state type, we can use a pie chart. Pie chart, here it is. Okay, good. Can use a pie chart. You copy, then you paste it here. Come back, delete this. Then for the glucose test and readmission, we can use glucose test and readmission. Okay, can use this. Copy this. Then paste it here. So we can work on our charts, try to edit them to make them look a little bit presentable on dashboard. So we can resize our charts. Yeah, let's resize it. Let's resize them. Let's resize them. Okay, so we can edit the title here, readmission by age. Can name this readmission by age. So if this video has been helpful so far, please do well to leave a like, leave a comment, and most importantly, please subscribe to the channel such that anytime I drop similar videos like this, you will be the first to be notified. So thank you very much. All right, so this is going to be a wrap up, and if you want to access this project, the complete project, you come to my GitHub repository, and you go to my GitHub repository. Okay, come to my GitHub repository. You click on Hospital Readmission Analysis Excel project. And here is the project. You can click on project files. All right, so yeah, you can download this. Workbook, this Excel workbook. Yeah, so in my own case, I've downloaded it. I already have it in my local machine. So this is my final dashboard. This is how my dashboard look like, and it's interactive. I click on any of these slicers and can use all these slicers to filter what I want to see in my dashboard. Now, if you take a closer look at what I did, you can see that here I have the okay. Here I have the clean data, and here is the raw data. Here is the clean data, and if you notice, all my pivot tables, I separated them. I put them inside different sheets, right? So this pivot one, and this is for the admission rate by length of stay. Created the pivot table, and here is the charts. The same thing I did for all. You can see this is what I did for all, and I now created the dashboard. In creating the dashboard, I had to move all the charts to this dashboard, and I created these KPIs. These are my KPIs. All right, so thank you very much, guys. See you in the next one.